I did. A whole cup. You can blame all the tribe mates for making me a nervous wreck all day. I'm making a joke, y'all. Oh, God.
I feel like Seb's talking, but he's muted, but I don't know.
Not talking. Well, now I am. So, welcome to Tribal number 7 of Distortion Survivor World's End. We're here with Sean, Glow, Vanessa, Cam, Jacob, and Hearn. And Grace will be asking the questions. So, I'm going to hand it off to her.
Alrighty. So, y'all, welcome to Tribal Council. And I'm going to be asking my first question to Vanessa. So, how is I got 2 questions for you that go together. How is the music video challenge? And then you are the person who edited the video on your tribe. Do you feel that's going to have any effect going into this vote tonight?
Okay. Well, I think everyone had a lot of fun with the challenge, and I was really proud of what everyone gave. But I think looking back on it in retrospect, our problem was that we kind of looked at it as like 7 really fun videos that we would stitch together rather than kind of figuring out a design from the beginning that we all fit into and like a plot and a structure and all that. And then there's also the fact that I had never edited videos like this before, let alone try to sync up like, some music to 7 people's different videos, like down to like just the second. So given that it was a challenge to get it in on time, I'm proud that we got out what we did. But yeah, there were some difficulties when I look back on it. But like I said, I'm really proud of what everybody put into the challenge. And I really thought that this wasn't going to be where things ended up. As for whether I'm worried about it, yeah, I'm worried about it. But at the end of the day, I do think that it's important for me to trust in the people that I trust so that they trust me back. And that's kind of how I'm feeling. Is I trust people and I want to keep trusting people. So I'm going to keep trusting people.
Okay. So, Sean, I'll go to you next. So you guys were y'all were a little shocked about having to be sent here. Did you personally see this coming at all? And what do you feel could possibly happen now that you guys are sitting here?
I really, 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 really did not want to be sitting here at Tribal. Nobody does ever. But with this group of people in general, I really just wanted to ride it out and hopefully move on to the next phase of the game. So, and at least for me personally, I'm insanely nervous heading into this Tribal just because I think this is the first one that I've been to. It's not a complete no-brainer. I mean, Brett went missing in action for a couple days. That was pretty self-explanatory. Ariel was a pretty simple vote. And this one, there's not like any one name that's like, oh, this is the person to get rid of. And so I think a lot of people are paranoid. A lot of people are freaking out and a little nervous. I know I am. But you just got to hope that bonds you built going to get you the next step.
Alrighty. So, Cam, Sean is talking about like doing what you feel is the best step moving forward. Like, what's the best step to move into the next phase of the game? What do you feel for you is the best move to make to move to the next phase of the game? And like, what do you think that phase is going to look like?
Like, trust is the biggest factor, 100% for me. Like, you have to trust the people that you're moving forward with. And like, people have been floating around that there might be a merge. Like, anything could happen. We could swap again. But like, if it comes to a merge, you want to be like in the best position with your social connections.
Alrighty. And Jacob, are you on text or can you?
Yeah, I could talk. May vomit, but I'm okay.
Okay. So my question for you is trust especially with now Cam is saying the idea of a merge being thrown around. How really important is being able to trust anybody moving forward, especially with that being thrown as a possible option for this next round?
It's paramount, either that or it really. I thought it was a merge, or potentially there's going to be 2 more swaps and then we merge because it lines up with last season's. I find some security in like, oh, well, this happened last year, so maybe, well, I guess not last year, like a couple of months ago, like last year, whatever. I found some solace at least in that, but regardless, the strength and the relationships you have with the people, the trust that you build, the bonds that you're able to cultivate, that's going to be very important in these next upcoming votes, right before the jury starts, people are starting to now think of the larger picture, because this game has been about us being flexible and working with different groups of people every single round, and not feeling too cozy at any given moment, because you can go to the one tribe that you possibly would have gotten sent home on and y'all lose and you're screwed. So I think trust is very important. I'm sorry if my voice sounds hoarse, but that's all you get from me.
Alrighty, and then Glow. So Jacob's kind of talking about the trust and the bigger picture. Do you agree with that statement, especially now that there are now going to be 13 people after this tribal council? And what does that mean for your game?
Well, I pretty much say in all intro videos what loyalty means to me, which is the same thing as trust. And people keeping their mouth shut and not relaying information. It's a big deal to me. But in this game, what has happened with those things set in a mold for me of what I look for, I tried to be what I say I am, but it can only take 1 or 2 people that can change the program, like whatever you say you're going to vote or anything. I'm not saying anything like that's going on right now. I'm just using this as my answer, y'all, so don't nobody get worried about whatever. But with this game switching every round, loyalty is still important, but it's going to be limited like that round. It doesn't mean forever. And that's a different, model to have to play a game by. Luckily, round to round, I found some that I trust, a few here and there that got back together. But I'm not falling for all that crap you put on us. And I got to throw something at you, girlfriend, you honorable host. This number 13 doesn't mean because it's 13 that we're merging, because y'all are so smart with Twist that, and I'm not saying we won't have a merge of 13, but y'all are so good at what y'all do with Twist that we could have a comeback from those that are gone and still have another one coming back and having 14 with y'all saying to us, okay, surprise, not a merge, 2 more teams of 7. So come on, we're going to turn the spinning dial on. And I think that's what you're capable of.
Thank you. We try. All right. And if moving on to Hearn. So this is kind of a 2-parter. What do you predict is going to happen tonight? And if you were, my usual question, if you were to pick a natural disaster of what this outcome would be tonight, what would it be?
So to answer part 1, what I predict is going to happen is that someone's going to get voted out. That's just a theory, guys. I'm working on it. Workshopping. It might not happen. It might. You never know. To answer the second part of the question, I don't really know that many natural disasters. So I'm going to say a volcano because it lies dormant. And I feel like we've been lying dormant for the past 6, 7 rounds. And now that all the kind of inactive people, if you will, the top layer of the volcano have gone, you understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I
Eruption.
totally get what you're saying.
Got it. So I feel like the game has now erupted, and I feel like if the other tribe had gone to tribal council, it would have a similar effect. So the game is whooshed.
We got a big, so the vibes of this round is a big whoosh.
Whoosh, yeah.
A whoosh. Alrighty, and then so we got to move on to the final question. They use. Raise your hand if you think that Seb is going to be snuffing your torch tonight. Okay, we got one. Vanessa, everybody else feeling confident. Okay, we got
Well, not everyone else has raised their hand. I feel like maybe it's me. I don't know.
raising their hand. Okay, so I'm seeing some Vanessa, Hearn, Sean, Glow. You guys, any open conversation? Why y'all think?
Well, I
Um,
think, I'm sorry, go ahead, Herm.
Oh,
I was just gonna say, you never know. I feel like this tribe, I think we've all talked about it. If you were to vote out someone, we'd want it to be someone from the other tribe. I feel like this tribe gets along. And so it's hard to kind of pick the weakest link amongst us because we all want to work together. We all like each other. But unfortunately, the judges said no. So here we are.
Okay. And Jacob raised his hand too, so that's everybody. But
Yep.
okay.
Okay, so if anyone has anything else they would like to say before we ask you to bump your prod chats. Okay, well, if there's nothing else to say, like I said, please bump your prod chats and submit your votes. Again, live streaming, so you can do any shout outs you want.
Any breakout rooms too, you're more than welcome to use those. And yeah, so we'll be back with the vote for you. Oh,
Shout out to Timmy, my project guest. I haven't shouted him out yet, so I thought I'd give him a go.
Shout out to Bruce if you're watching.
You okay?
yeah, I've been like coughing and stuff for the last few weeks to where like sometimes I'll breathe and I'll like start. I've COVID tested multiple times too, and I've never gotten a positive. So I don't know what the fuck's going on.
It can
Okay.
actually be your sinuses, even if you don't have allergies.
Probably is. It's been making me like cough.
Disgrace coughing cause a natural disaster.
I mean, it could.
It's natural. It counts.
Hello, everyone. Y'all can hear me, correct?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
perfect. I was just waiting for a response. Anyways, if anyone has a hidden immunity idol or an advantage and they'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay, votes are locked. First vote. Sean. Second vote. Vanessa. Third vote. Vanessa. Fourth vote. Hearn. Fifth vote. Hearn. Sixth vote. Vanessa. Seventh vote. And the next person voted out of Distortion Survivor World's End is undetermined. We have a tie. So this is how it's going to work. Vanessa, Hearn, you will not vote. Everyone else, you guys will. I'm going to, Grace, can you set a timer for 4 minutes? You guys will have 4 minutes to discuss it out in here. Again, you can PM all you want, but at the end of those 4 minutes, we will be asking for your revotes. And yeah, so good luck, guys.
Timer started.
All right, sometimes when I leave here to go to Skype, it'll shut me off. If it does, don't throw me out of the game. I'll be right back. Okay?
Okay, so time is up and I have all the votes. First vote. Hearn. Second vote. Hearn. Third vote. And the next person voted out of Distortion Survivor World's End. Hearn. Hearn, if you have any final words, now would be the time to say them.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate everyone ignoring me up until the revote, but that's fine. No hard feelings. I hope you have a great game, and you all have connections to each other, so I don't know why I was targeted specifically, but you know, teach their own. Can't fault you all. Thank you.
Hearn, it's been such a pleasure. Oh, and he left. I was just going to say the tribe has spoken, but I am going